Rappers continue to call out and unfollow Gunna after his recent snitching video went viral online. Today on January 14th, it's just been announced a few more names have now been added to that list. These names being none other than Lil Baby and Lil Durk, who were previously best friends with Gunna prior to his snitching video being leaked. DJ Academics shared a new snippet of a new Durk song. In the lyrics, he says, "What happened to Virgil? Oh, he's probably gonna tell," referring to the collab song that Lil Durk had with Gunna titled "What Happened to Virgil." Durk has not publicly spoken about Gunna snitching, but him sneak dissing him in a new song snippet likely proves that he is not a fan of the idea of it happening. This even led into Lil Baby making a very surprising move today. As Academics tweeted, "The streets are saying Lil Baby unfollowed Gunna today. Y'all think the industry giving Gunna too much of a hard time for being a truth teller or nah?" Referring to Gunna as a truth teller rather than a snitch. Now this is a huge move. Lil Baby and Gunna have been best friends for many years. They grew their rap careers together. They did everything in the streets together as well. But this is all happening due to his leaked footage being released of Gunna snitching in the courtroom on Young Thug.
You agree or acknowledge that statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocarbons and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL to the detriment of my community. YSL again. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
Leave a like on the video if you're a fan of Young Thug. I'm curious how many fans are watching today. Gunna was accepting a plea deal in the footage to be released from prison early. After the Gunna snitching video went viral online, DJ Academics even tweeted again stating, "YSL is having a huge beef on Instagram." Gunna came out and tried testing the water, claiming that YSL the label, and even said free Young Thug. Everybody in YSL is looking at Gunna like, "Buddy, you're the reason he's in there," as they all unfollowed him right after. Even Young Thug's sister did as well. Now this is all beginning after Gunna tweeted on Twitter, "Rest in peace Lil Keed. I love you and I miss you twin," to then later posting on his Instagram a picture in his at-home studio with a caption stating, "People acting like they switching to a side, but it's only one side. Hashtag YSL the label, free Young Thug, and yak." This Instagram post got a lot of backlash from YSL members that are staying true to YSL and Young Thug. As a longtime YSL member King Mondo replied to Gunna on Instagram, saying, "I ain't gonna bite my tongue. Baby boy, you do not need to be saying nothing about YSL or free Young Thug after what you said and did. You really got some nerves." It was even funny enough where Tekashi 6ix9ine, the top snitch in the rap game, replied to Gunna's Instagram post as well. Him saying, "In court, you said it was a team. Here on IG, you're saying the label. LOL, you cannot make this up." Due to all of these snitches, Young Thug's new charges leading into the start of the trial today has now been confirmed. Out of 65 total charges YSL members are facing, Kingpin Young Thug is being charged with 8 counts and is allegedly looking at serving life inside of prison. Now these 8 charges Young Thug is facing is conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, otherwise known as the RICO charge, 1 charge of participation in criminal street activity, 1 count of possession of narcotics with intent to distribute, possession of a special type of drink with intent to distribute, possession of more narcotics, possession of a firearm, and even 1 charge of possession of switches for firearms. These charges have been confirmed by the judge in the courtroom as YSL members snitched out Young Thug, giving the feds all of the evidence they need against him for these charges. Young Thug had all of these charges land on him after Gunna accepted his plea deal, as YSL members have been snitching on Young Thug since day one of the case.
He's the one directing traffic. He is the one they're all afraid of. He's the one that's king slime. He is the most dangerous of the 28, Judge. And I implore you not to grant him a bond. He is dangerous. If he gets a burner, Judge, and the court may know this, a lot of the communications that Mr. Williams is on FaceTime, because it's not traceable, it's not trackable. Judge, I will also say that we have taken proffers from fellow from Mr. Williams. Some are on this indictment, some are not. They have stated uniformly that Mr. Williams is dangerous. They are afraid of him, that if they cross him, he will them and their family. And they were very clear about that.
Concerns that this court has is danger to persons and to intimidate other witnesses and obstruct the administration of justice. So and for those reasons in the aggregate, I'm going to deny bond at this time.
All of this snitching has been affecting Young Thug in a major way. It's clear Gunna being targeted and being a named snitch by all of these rappers in the industry definitely gave a lot of people a different look on the case, but there's one man in particular where this all matters, and this is obviously Young Thug. The day after Gunna snitched and accepted his plea deal, Gunna had his own court hearing set for the trial to begin. With Young Thug's small court hearing about to end, the judge revealed to Young Thug the news of Gunna accepting a plea deal. Young Thug had no idea that Gunna even snitched. During this court hearing, when Young Thug was told the news of Gunna pleading guilty to several charges, and that Gunna revealed YSL does a lot of street activities, the reaction by Young Thug is not something any fan would like to see. Sadly, I can't share the video clip, but once the judge revealed Gunna gave up information, Young Thug is seen on these photos looking very emotional. He's even seen putting the back of his head into the chair and kind of sinking into the chair he was sitting in, showing a lot of sad emotions that his brother just turned on him. Now, once the court hearing was over, Young Thug was seen standing out of his chair. He started staring right into a camera, giving a smirk before going back to his normal face. Almost like a sarcastic smile in a way where you can clearly tell he is not happy. And it was at that moment where Young Thug knew his chances of being released from jail is practically zero now. Fast forward a week and the YSL trial has now begun. With the trial officially beginning, we're even getting more new court footage being released, revolving around Young Thug reacting to even more snitches being revealed. Every day that goes by, more YSL members are snitching on Young Thug, leaving us with the sad footage of Young Thug reacting. As this was released on social media today, Young Thug is seen in court going through a lot of emotions after almost 8 people folded on him, making it very obvious this is no longer a YSL takedown, this is a Young Thug takedown. The prosecutors want one man and one man only, and it's important to remember that Young Thug, he tried getting a plea deal as well earlier on in the case. Prosecution, they were not having it. They ruined all chances of Young Thug getting a lesser sentence, and it was all revolved around a single tweet on Young Thug's Twitter account. The tweet states, "I'm talking with my roommate, and we're wondering if you could swim 100 miles from the middle of the ocean back to shore, at Michael Phelps." What seems like a very innocent tweet sent out by his manager turned ugly in the courtroom, as here's Young Thug's lawyer defending him.
Williams is in a jail outside of Fulton County. There are 0 cell phones in that jail.
That last tweet that was sent out to Michael Phelps is recorded. It's been investigated by the sheriff of that county, and it was a conversation that's recorded between Mr. Williams and a member of his close friendships, that he asked the other person who has control of his Twitter account. That is not a reason to...
Well, this is part of the conversation, Mr. Steele, and you and others are going to need to have with your clients, because this is part of the state's concern. I mean,
that was an innocent. That's nothing bad. Asking somebody to tweet to Michael Phelps, "Can you swim 100 miles in the ocean?" That has nothing to do with intimidation. So I'd ask you.
Well, if I can communicate through a family member or somebody else, then I can communicate something else.
Everything okay over there?
Sorry.
Yep. Okay, your family family was concerned that something was going on, you're fine, right?
Yes, I'm great.
Okay, cool.
The prosecutors raised concern to the judge that Young Thug has way too much social media access while in jail. This has been an issue the entire YSL RICO case, as allegedly, with Young Thug even behind bars, is allegedly organizing crimes and having crimes started. An example of this is when the prosecution in the case announced they had proffer deals from members of YSL snitching out on Young Thug. Members in YSL that are currently out in the free world were caught by the feds deleting evidence from the case that relate to Young Thug. As we saw No Jumper report, a YSL member was caught on an illegal cell phone, trying to get someone on the outside to destroy evidence in the case. Now, I'm very curious to know what you guys believe will happen. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. The trial is starting this week, and I'll be sure to keep you updates throughout the entire time. It's been District Trending, and I'm out. Peace.